Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kerry with Garden Mess. What I got? So I got me some more of those blue Cape leadworts and larger container size plants. I want a little bit more pop. I don't have anything blue in that flower bed, so that's where I'm going to put one, if not two. And then I saw this gomphrena, and I just thought to myself, well, it's different looking than the ones I bought in the past, so I was going to try it. It's a Globe Amaranth Electric Pink. And I know it's probably going to self-seed like crazy because I think the ones I have do for sure. But anyway, I'm going to put this in the garden too. And I don't mind if it self-seeds. And I think I'm going to put it in the back garden. And then I found me some society garlic. And boy, when I was coming home with this in the car, just this one plant, and it was all the way in the back. Ooh, my car smelled like garlic. I was like, wow, that's some strong smelling plant. But I do like that scent. It reminds me of home because I used to live near Gilroy in California. So it kind of is nostalgic of a scent. Anyway, so I got those. All right, I'm over here on the west side of my garden. I've shown this in other videos. So I have all these drift roses. They're pretty big. I need to come in and prune most everything. First, I want to get all my plants in, and I want to keep finishing removing the grass around the border to create a border like this, where it's just the mulch. And then you can easily spray or remove the grass as it encroaches. But here's where I'm going to put that blue Cape leadwort. I don't have anything blue over here. Closest that I would say the loropetalum, but that's more in the red family. And I have the purple, of course, but kind of wanted something blue. So I'm going to put this Cape leadwort in here. It should do really great. It'll get all afternoon. So it's 9:30 right now in the morning. Because this is the west side and I have a 2-story house, the sun is like, boom, right there at the top. It's about to move a little bit more right in the sky, and then this will be in sun. You can already see the sun is right here. So by 10 o'clock, 10:30, this will be complete sun until 8 o'clock at night. So anyway, this is where it's going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in the ground, and then maybe put another one in over here, but maybe further over there. I do have drip tubing right here, so I will be very careful not to get too close to it. But it'll be on the very edge of the root ball, so that's good. And this area, because it's already ran this morning, and the water is not, I mean, it's not like super wet. In fact, I'm going to check this soil real quick and see like how moist is it. Oh, come on, you. Yeah, I think that's perfect. That is perfect right there. But I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn it a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And now it's far enough away from the daffodils, those little bulbs I found, that it should be just fine. Should not be any issue with those. And the roots of this sit lower than the bulbs, and they look good. They were nice and healthy looking. They just didn't have any tops, like there was no leaves left, which I don't recall. I think I just let them decompose. I never came and cut them off. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this in any other videos, but just for the sake of explaining some things that I have in my mind about this garden bed, is that I do, every time I plant in here, I am always thinking about raising the height of the flower bed. So I try to plant things a little slightly high every year in hopes that the soil is improving, because again, it's not like it's growing like 6 inches every year, but maybe it'll grow like a quarter of an inch, but just enough so that I don't have to always plant everything high, because the soil is very well draining and things like that. But I do, I like, for instance, this one's getting planted high, but I'm going to come back in with some compost and put on top, and then I'll come back with some mulch. Got to make sure I get the back part of it filled in. So I'm always thinking about that. I want it taller than the grass line too. And I don't want to have to artificially do it all at one time. Kind of want to do it slow over time, because then I'm afraid if I put too many things in here, too different of soil in here than what's naturally here, I'm afraid of causing issues where it drains real fast on top, but then it collects at the bottom like a swimming pool. So I'm always thinking about stuff like that. Alrighty, so look here. I have this little watering can. It has a lot of debris in it. Come on, get out of there. I have a whole bunch of these just everywhere because I'm always looking for them. And I would bring my hose over here, but this is rainwater. Rainwater that I caught before I got my rain barrel. And I didn't have anywhere to store it, so I just started recycling all my water bottles and storing rainwater in them. And then I hide them behind my shed, but I have so many of them. Anyway, so I'm trying to use them first. But again, it's rainwater, so it's not city water that I have in my hose. So just gonna water this with rainwater. Okay, so I think I already told you that this is Cape Leadwort, but it's also known as Cape Plumbago. Anyway, Plumbago is also another name for it. All right, that's all done, and it gets about 20 inches tall, so it won't get much bigger than this. It could. Now in my area, it absolutely could. It doesn't get very wide, so it's probably at its max width. And again, it has these pretty blue little periwinkle looking flowers. And I just wanted some blue over here, so I think that when it starts blooming, it'll look so pretty. Move all this stuff out of the way real quick. I think I'm going to put the second blue plumbago right here. I have a rainbow ascot euphorbia there, and it's pretty much at its main height. I have some garlic, a millennium garlic, and then I have a daylily. So I think I'm going to either put it here, or I might, because sometimes I can get kind of greedy, I might put it right here. I think here might be the right place, just because I think it won't get lost. Let's see, will I come across any, and normally I put my vinca here. So normally this is where my vinca goes. And there is something coming back from the roots right here, and I think it is, I think it's a viola or a pansy. It could be a verbena, but its leaves are not, they need to grow out a little bit more still. Also, I mean this, all right, so then I have this Dusty Miller right here that, well, came right up, bit the dust. I could also put this right here. So I could put it in front of this blue pot. The blue pot's not going to stay there. It's probably going to end up moving. And I think I have enough space to put it right here. So, oh, there's a little butterfly on the verbena we planted. I don't know if I can get it. I don't know if you can see it because of the sun. Oh well, you can't see it very well. All right, well, back to my selection. So I think it probably would be good right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I need some more of these blue plumbago because I just saw another area that I was like, ooh, I want to put that there as well, but I don't have another one. I need to go and look and see if I can find another one. The other ones look better, so I don't know. All right, which way you gonna go in there? Yeah, that's the way. There we go. It's sitting at the right height, so it's actually quite perfect. I did very good at digging that one. Again, rainwater for anyone who thinks that I'm spoiling my plants with bottled water. Not doing that. There we go. Okay. Welcome to my garden, little blue plumbago. I hope you do well. I got all this soil right here. I know a spot that really needs soil. I'm going to go dump that over there in the front yard because it needs it. Yay. So the sun went behind the clouds, so you can probably see it better now. But look, you got the blue, you got the orange, and at the Dusty Miller, I haven't been able to find any. I need to find some more Dusty Miller because a lot of mine has died from, I'm really not sure. They've never died before like they have been dying. Maybe root rot, something. Anyway, but you have the silvery Dusty Miller next to the blue. I think that's so pretty. Such a pretty combination of color right there. And then you have the Bermuda Beach Supertunia. And I need to feed it so it can start growing fuller. It's been in the ground now for at least 2 weeks. So I would think that it would start growing better. And then I've got, again, the Agastache, which is like a lilac pink, light pink, purple lilac color. I just think that's so pretty. And then you have the orange and the marigolds. So you got marigolds there, and then you got marigolds there. And then, of course, you can't see it because it's facing the wrong way. Let me see if I can get it to face the right way. Oh, then we have the purple of the verbena. And it just got planted yesterday, right? So it still has a ways to go before it will, you know, really take off. And then this is a larkspur, which Again, the larkspur is probably on its way out. I don't think it can handle our heat no matter how much water you give it. I don't want to break this thing, but it's facing the wrong way. Anyway, it's a nice, pretty, buttery yellow. I hope you can see that. I can't turn it. It's stiff as a board. And then I have, see what else I have? I have some cosmos right there. And then I have my hibiscus. And then I have that fountain grass. Now that fountain grass is not a purple fountain grass. That is a red variety. I forget what it's called. But the plumes are the same color, it seems like, as the purple fountain grass. It's just the blades, instead of being more purple color, they have more of a red stripe in the green. And then, of course, on error, not thinking, right next to this pretty hibiscus right here, I planted a loropetalum. Actually, loropetalum was there first. And then I found this hibiscus, and should have thought about where I was going to plant it a little bit better. But it is behind in the back where it's supposed to be. I just think that I should have planted it a little further away from the loropetalum. Yep. So, my mistake, but it's pretty. Still looks good, especially when the hibiscus is in bloom, because you really can't tell. And then we have our pink zinnias and let's see, now these rose bushes are not blooming like they normally do. Normally they're just like covered from head to toe with just blooms everywhere, but I think I need to really severely prune them back again. I already did it in February, but I don't know why it's grown like that, but it's really grown quite large, and I really don't know why. That's a pretty little view, huh? You got your echinacea and your zinnias, your echinaceas, and then the yellow is coreopsis. And then past the echinacea, the pink echinacea, there's the purple Moses in a cradle, sometimes it's called transcentia, transcantia, something like that. Terrible when it comes to those weird names. But anyway, and then I have some bidens past it, and then you see the coral jade sedum, and then it starts with some echinacea, and anyway, and then there's some spent, what is that? That's yarrow. There's yarrow over there, and there's two different varieties, and then there's a butterfly bush in that container, which I spoke about yesterday in a video, but I haven't posted it yet. And that butterfly bush needs to go in the ground. So I'm going to take care of that too. I just have to find a spot for it. And that's how you know you're addicted to planting, y'all, plants and things like that, because where would I put it in here? Literally, you look at everything and you're like, I'm going to find a spot. And that's how you know you're addicted, when you won't just say, you know what, there's nowhere for it. I'm going to make a spot. In fact, I can't plant it there. I can't do it there because the color of the blooms will get lost in the loropetalum. So I have to keep looking for a spot. I think I'm going to put it out there, maybe just in the ground. That's what it is, the difference. It has to go in the ground. I also might put it in the backyard. It needs it doesn't need a lot of water. Yeah, I could put it in the backyard, but that's for another day. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down below in the comment section. And as always, y'all have a blessed day and enjoy gardening. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.